In 2018, I had the opportunity to travel to Canada, and this changed my life. Hello friend, you're welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I just want to share some insights, some powerful insights from my story and how an opportunity changed my life forever. To give you some context, I grew up in Cameroon, and while growing up, the only thing I was told in order to become successful was go to school, get good grades, and graduate in flying colors so that you can be able to have a good job. So that was it. And as I grew up, I was really doing my best. I was making sure I produced good grades in school. I was making sure I was always making my parents proud of me with my performances. I was always listening to their commands and their rules, making sure I'm obedient, all that kind of thing. But in my later years in high school, I started hanging around with my friends. We started doing some exciting things, or say we're just exploring life. We're going for clubbing. We're having so much fun. We'll drive at night, even without a license. It was so risky. Those were things that we're doing when we didn't even know what we're doing. And it started to affect my performance in school. I started to drop in my academics, and that affected my perception about life. If I had continued in that way, I'm not sure I would have been where I am today. Everything changed when I traveled to Nigeria for my uncle's wedding ceremony. And because of the crisis going on in Cameroon at that time, I stayed in Nigeria for almost a year, and I attended some events. And throughout that event, that was where I got introduced to the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and my mindset shifted. Everything changed about me, and that gave me a new perspective. I came back to Cameroon, and when I came back, I was not with my friends anymore. I was not clubbing anymore. I was thinking differently. I was focused on my personal growth. I was focused on my future. That was what happened to me. And because of that, I started applying personal development. I started chasing opportunities. I started doing my best, making sure I'm focused. And that led me to have an opportunity to travel to Canada. And here we are today. Right now, I've been in Canada for about 6 years, and it has been quite a journey. It has been adventurous. So I want to share 5 powerful lessons that I believe it's vital to change anyone's life. Lesson number 1, embrace personal development. You see, we are our greatest assets. You can take anything away from us. You can take anything away from yourself. But the only thing that will be left is you. All right? So you need to develop yourself. If I didn't develop myself, if I didn't have that shift in mindset, I would have been on a different path. I'm not sure I would have had the mindset to be able to chase opportunities. I'm not sure I would have had the mindset to be able to do some research, to be able to figure out how my future would be. And because I had a shift in my mindset that came from a product of personal development, I was able to turn my life around. I was able to have new opportunities. I was able to travel to Canada. And even while as I live my life here in Canada, I'm also developing myself. I started my business. I'm trying to build my career. I'm developing new skills. So personal development is vital. And it's something that if you invest in, it will change your life forever. The next lesson is your environment. You need to be mindful of your environment. There's this quote that says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. So if you spend your time, let me say, with 5 wise people, you'll definitely become wise. If you spend your time with 5 unwise people, I'm sorry, you're heading into that direction. I know people always say, oh, I have a strong will. Those around me cannot influence me. Sorry, your willpower won't help you here. Your environment is very important. And if you play with your environment, that means you are deciding to play with your life. All right. I'm not saying it's bad to hang out. I'm not saying it's bad to party. But I'm just saying when you're surrounded by people who don't have a better view of the future to empower you, to inspire you, to take you to higher heights, it's going to cause a slowdown. And I don't want that for you. So how does your environment look like? Who are those around you? What information do you consume? Even those you follow on social media, who are they? How do they influence you? How do they impact you? Change your environment or improve your environment so that it can reflect the future you want for yourself. Okay, this is the third one. And this one is something basic that people always ignore. Chase opportunities. So there's this famous quote also that says, opportunity comes but once, right? There are some opportunities that you won't have it twice. For example, me coming to Canada. And even while my parents and I were trying to figure out my pathway to come to Canada, I gained admission into the medical school. And so I was like, Dad, don't worry about it. We don't have a lot of money to pay my tuition fees, so we can just forget about this opportunity. And my dad was like, no, such an opportunity has never come around us, and he's not willing to look down on it. So his idea was, we'll have to chase this opportunity. And luckily enough, we did. That was how I was able to travel to Canada. All right. So chase opportunities. Don't sit down. Don't fold your arms. Don't behave like people just have to come meet you and take care of your needs. No. Chase opportunities. You need to be bold. You need to go for what you want. And if an opportunity pops up, go for it. If you see a job you have to apply for it. You don't know what can happen. So chase opportunities. The fourth lesson is focus on what you want. No one's going to give you what you want, but you have to focus on it. Focus on figuring out how to get it. So when I came back, I was trying to travel abroad. I really wanted to travel abroad. So I didn't just sit down. I made sure I applied to any school. I applied for schools in China. I applied for schools in Cyprus. I applied for schools in Germany. I applied for schools in Estonia. I was just so obsessed because I knew what I wanted. You might be doing your business now. You might be in your career, whatever. You might be in your relationships. Don't let distractions come your way. Focus and stay on your course. Do what you need to do, and by the grace of God, you will see results. And the fifth lesson. This fifth lesson, I would say, is one of the most important, and it's about appreciating support. My parents have always made sure they did what they could for me. Even though we never had a lot, my parents made sure they went the extra mile to send me to one of the best schools. They made sure they provided for me, like everything that I needed. They made sure they gave it to me, and that was it. Nothing extra. Nothing extra. Like they really made sure whatever I wanted, whatever I needed to succeed, they were there for me. And I'll go to school, I'll come back with the excellent results, and they'll be like, okay, yes. And because they have seen that I'm doing something good, they would always want to do something more. And it doesn't only end there. You thanking them, you praying for them, making sure you're in good terms with them, because we all need support systems. We can't go far by ourselves, and that's why we have these people around us. So our parents, our partners, our friends, our uncles, our relatives, like when you have people who are there to support you, appreciate their support. Because the more you appreciate them, the more they'll be willing to go the extra mile for you. Parents were not able to sponsor me to Canada. And not because they couldn't, but a new country, new currency, everything was super expensive, and it was way ahead of their means. But they did what they could. And I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for them. And I'm glad they trusted me. I'm glad they decided to go an extra mile for me. Not all parents will go that extra for them. So if you have people who are there to support you in any shape or form, please, please, please appreciate them. Appreciate them. Because those who don't have those by their side, they miss them. They wish they could have people to support them. So when someone or anyone supports you, appreciate their support. And that appreciation can help them to do more for you. And we don't know, that more could be something that will change your life. So friend, that's it. Those are the 5 lessons that I could bring out from my story, from my experience. And I don't know about you. I don't know where you are right now, but I'm very sure that anyone listening to this would really want a transformation, would really want their lives to change for the better. And so from these 5 lessons I've shared, which one inspires you the most? Are you someone who has not been committed to your personal growth and development? Maybe it's a time for you to level up in that aspect. Maybe you're not appreciating those around you more. Maybe it's the time for you to appreciate them more. Maybe you're not chasing the opportunities that are in front of you. You're waiting for them to come meet you, or you're waiting for the right time. All right? Maybe this is that time for you to go out there, chase opportunities, go the extra mile, focus on what you want. And like I said earlier, I'm definitely sure by the grace of God, you shall see results. That's it, my friend. If you like this video, do not hesitate. Please like and don't forget to subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Okay? Bye for now.